Good evening, all. Tonight I'm going to talk about the illusion of freedom. There are a lot of people who purport an idea that freedom is an illusion and we're all slaves. I had an epiphany the other day where I realized slavery is the illusion and we are all free. And when I say this, we're free to do anything we want. But of course, the way things are at the moment, there are consequences. There are rules, norms, regulations, laws that they put forth bind us to certain behaviours, but we are not bound to those certain behaviours. And indeed, we don't have to follow all of those norms and regulations and laws. And I'm not talking about anarchy here. I'm talking about when billions of people decide that they're not going to cooperate with how something is. They have the freedom to do that. And great change can happen. Massive change can happen. But at the moment, the psyche, like the acumen level of a lot of people is they're quite satisfied with how it is. You know, there needs to be a system. There needs to be some way to organize, 8.5 billion people so that we all have our needs met. And then we've got wants. We've got wants that we want certain things in our lives. I would hope that eventually in time, humanity could realize that, over 50% of the wants that they want they just don't need, and we don't have to put resources into developing those things, manufacturing them and creating them, and all of the resource of human time and energy. And instead, that human energy and time can be spent. So at the moment, you've got 100% of the workforce doing 100% of the work. What I hope in the future is that we only have 50% of the work. So we have 100% of the people doing 50% of the work. But better still than that, I'm hoping we have 120% of people doing 50% of the work. Because the way things operate at the moment, there are a lot of people who are able to contribute when it comes to our needs and our wants and manufacturing and providing those goods and services, who can't do anything there because of the way the system is set up, where you have to do everything online and you can't just walk into a business nowadays like you could in the 80s and say, hey, here's a piece of paper detailing some things about me. I'd like to help out. And they say, yeah, sure, come in tomorrow and you can help out. So there's a lot of people who are able to contribute when it comes to goods and services with our needs and wants, that aren't able to actually help because maybe they don't fit into a regulated work week. They require different hours. But I believe there's a lot more people who can contribute than currently are. So the idea is that there's an illusion of freedom, and a lot of people are purporting this idea that, we're actually all slaves. And I'm starting to think that some of these people are dystopian messengers. And the idea of a lot of that belief and a lot of the rhetoric that goes with it is it leaves people despairing and leaves people feeling like there's nothing they can do. They can't fight the system, it's too huge. They can't fight the oligarchs, can't fight the billionaires, can't fight all these people, the governments, the societal norms, the regulations, the laws. Whereas, in a matter of fact, we can. And slavery is the illusion. See, there's an idea that's being perpetuated that we are slaves, but that is an illusion. At any point in any day, any one person or billions of people can break free of that and can do literally what they want and change the history books for all time. So it's just an illusion. It's an idea that's put forth that you are a slave. So you'll be obedient, and so you'll play the game and you'll do things the way that certain people want you to do them. But it's all a farce. It's all a trick. It's an illusion. You can actually do whatever you want, and you are free to do that. And if enough people motivate against norms and regulations, and they say, no, this is the way we want it to be, you're going to change the whole landscape of humanity and how it expresses itself. So that's just a thought to get the juices flowing in your brain. Okay, bye.